Inside this bag is actually what postpartum moms want dropped off on their front porch. Now, stay tuned if you want to find out what is inside my freezer bag that I take to all of my friends after they had a baby. Hey y'all, my name is Meredith with FreezerFit. Welcome back to our channel. Today's video is going to be what's inside my freezer bag. This is going to be all of my favorite items that I take to postpartum moms right after they've had a baby. One of my favorite recipes that we have on our website is our chicken Caesar melts. They are so delicious. I actually have them in my crock pot right now. And I recommend throwing in the rolls that they're going to be served on. So you want to make sure when you're dropping off the freezer meals to the family that you're including everything that they need. So we have already prepped those meals for them, but you want to include the stuff that they're going to need the day of to eat them. So they're going to need, deli rolls for our chicken Caesar melts, any other side items that you need for the day of. Make sure you have that inside of here. Next, I like to include any of those side items, like any of our chilies or our soups. You can top them with a saltine cracker or oyster cracker. I like these because, first of all, the kids love them. So a lot of times my friends who have had kids, they feel like they want to still do something fun for their older kids or the siblings that are at home. So this is something fun that they can have, they can top their meals with, and it's a fun little snack for kids. And next up, I have disposable plates, bowls, utensils, napkins. Honestly, even throw in like a roll of paper towels in here, because as y'all know, especially if you have had kids, you want quick and easy meals for your family, quick and easy cleanup that saves you time doing dishes. That's what postpartum moms are looking for. Not doing dishes is one of the number one things that all my friends said that was helpful. Of course, you also want to include any kind of ice packs. You can do smaller ones like these, that way they can fit in there, or you can do large ones too. That way when you're dropping off this freezer bag to your friends, they don't immediately feel like they have to run out on the porch to get it. It can sit there for a little bit. Their meals that are prepped in here are still going to be fine. All right, one of my other things that I include, which is a little bit different, are these little mini honey packs. Some of my favorite recipes that we have on FreezerFit.com is like our hot honey pizza or honey salmon. And you can filter all of our recipes like by honey. So you can see all of our recipes that have honey. I like including this. I just found this bag on Amazon for this gigantic pack, but I like to throw these in there because they're super easy to twist off. And you can squeeze, like if you're topping their dish. So like a hot honey pizza, you can include extra honey on top, or the salmon or anything else. These are great to just throw in there, and they're like shelf stable too. And for all those postpartum mamas who are giving birth like in the winter season when everyone's getting sick, it's nice to have easy, accessible honey on hand. You can eat this just like this. This is like a little travel pack. You can just twist it. She can eat it, or anyone in her family can eat it, because honey is one of those messy ingredients. So I like to have these packed inside my freezer bag for her and anyone else in her family that would need them. At FreezerFit, we love using these freezer bags. These are excellent. We also have labels available for y'all on our website, depending on all the recipes that you pick out. Another thing I recommend when choosing meals for that postpartum mama, check out if she has any allergies or dairy intolerances. A lot of times if moms are nursing, they want to try to avoid things like dairy or any kind of red sauces. So you can filter that on our website, which is great. So you can find all of our recipes that are dairy-free and all of our recipes that don't have red sauce, because a lot of times if the mom is nursing, she's trying to avoid dairy and red sauce. That way it's not upsetting the baby's belly. I just prepped these for one of my friends who had a baby. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw these in the freezer, make sure they are completely frozen for her, add them to my freezer bag, and then deliver them to her. Before we get that freezer bag packed, I wanted to share a couple tips with y'all on how to maximize your freezer storage space when you are freezing these meals. I recommend starting with the smallest cookie sheet that you have and laying all of your meals that you've prepped onto here, and I'm putting this in my main freezer that's inside my home. This meal has already been frozen, so I'm showing you what it looks like. You can either fold it over like this, or you can lay them all out flat to really maximize that space. Another tip I have to get it as flat as possible is use like a pizza box box or any kind of box that you have. Even if it's angled like this, that cookie sheet is going to help put it in smoothly and get everything frozen evenly. Once they are frozen, I transfer them to our garage freezer that we have. It is a stand-up freezer, which is amazing. I highly recommend getting one if you can. I like to use the door of our stand-up freezer. I feel like it gives me the best kind of space to keep everything organized. It fits really well in there. And our labels that we have on our website make it super simple and easy to see what I have in there. Now, this has been already frozen and you can tell it's still very easy to read. I can quickly find the freezer meal that I need for that night or to thaw out for the very next day. Another tip that I have when you're prepping these freezer meals is kind of create a space for all of your chicken dishes and beef dishes, because even though you have that great label there, I'm able to quickly see, okay, I have like 5 chicken dishes left and I only have like 1 beef dish. So when I'm doing my like meal planning and grocery shopping, I know, okay, I really need to get ground beef this week because I have plenty of chicken dishes in stock. Once I have all of those meals prepped and frozen correctly, then I am ready to pack up my freezer bag. Here is how I pack my freezer bag. So I first start by putting all of my freezer meals that I have prepped for the family at the very bottom. I also make sure I am including any items that they would need to add to that freezer meal for the day of. Those homestyle egg noodles are a day of ingredient, so they can quickly add that to their crock-pot meal. I recommend putting all of your freezer meals at the very bottom and then including the ice packs on top of those. That way it can just stay the coldest for the longest amount of time. I also like to use a mixture of sizes like small and large for these ice packs. That way everything can fit in there really well. I'm also including our copycat Wendy's chili for this family because they don't have any problems with beans or red sauce. I recommend using a Ziploc bag or any kind of bag that you have to put any of your paper products inside to. That way none of those disposable plates or bowls are getting wet and like mushy. So besides all of your freezer meals that you include, definitely my number one item would be any of those disposable plates or bowls. That way the family can avoid dishes and just simply serve their freezer meal on those disposable plates. For those honey packs, you can include the whole bag if you would like, or just throw a couple of them in there. That way they easily fit. Those mini saltines are delicious and they are the perfect topping for that copycat Wendy's chili. So always make sure you are double checking your freezer meal recipe and that you're including anything they would need for toppings or items that they would serve with it. Can y'all believe how much I was able to fit in this freezer bag? I am so impressed. I got 3 dinners in there, disposable items, and lots of great stuff. Now that we have everything packed, we are fixing to deliver it. A couple tips I have on when you are delivering: text the mom and see what time works best for her. And I recommend just dropping it off on her porch and leaving. And she doesn't have to answer the door. Just send her a quick text, walk it up, set it on her porch or wherever she would like it. Text her saying it's delivered and she can get it whenever it's convenient for her. So all of your meals are inside here. You've got your ice packs in here. So even if it needs to sit outside for like 30 minutes to an hour, you're good to go. And she can grab this bag and have delicious meals for her family as soon as it is convenient for her. Have to worry about cooking dinner or doing any dishes because you're bringing everything that she could possibly need and more inside your freezer bag. Also recommend you can throw in some gift cards in there, bring her like a gallon of her favorite lemonade or sweet tea and stop by her favorite restaurant just to grab her a coffee or whatever she needs. Another tip, you can go back and refill this for her whenever she needs. And if she is a breastfeeding mom, she can use this to store her breast milk in here and to help clear up some of her freezer space if needed. So there's lots of different uses for this. Thank y'all so much for watching. Again, my name is Meredith with FreezerFit. Make sure you are subscribed to our channel, like this video, and I'll see y'all next time.